11. The master ought not to heal the wound of this white man, he said bluntly to Hannah. The white man ought to die. First he was shot, then the sea caught him and wounded him with her rocks. If the master heals what the gun did and what the sea did, they will take revenge on us. Now the matter is that the servants, they were superstitioned, they were prejudiced. So what they thought that this fellow should not live and their master shouldn't try to heal him. What is the uppermost in their mind? Now they told that as the person was going to die, because first he was shot, that means the gun god wanted to devour him, and then the sea god wanted to devour him. So he is cursed one. And if their master would try to heal him, he would be under the curse of these gods. So it's better that he should leave him and let him die. I'll tell him what you say, Hannah replied courteously. But she herself was also frightened, although she was not superstitious as the old man was. Could it ever be well to help an enemy? So this societal pressure was on her mind in time of war. This story shows how the mentality of human being changes in time of war due to the pressure of different powers in the society, the nation, the society, everything. Nevertheless, she told Yumi to fetch the hot water and bring it to the room where the white man was. She went ahead and slid back the partitions. Sadao was not yet there. Yumi, following, put down her wooden bucket. Then she went over to the white man. When she saw him, her thick lips folded themselves into stubbornness. That she is determined not to attend this man. I've never washed a white man, she said, and I will not wash so dirty a one now. She was resolute. She had firm conviction. Hannah cried at her severely. You will do what your master commands you. There was so fierce a look of resistance upon Yumi's round, dull face that Hannah felt unreasonably afraid. Hannah found that Yumi was defying. She found the defiant look in her face. After all, if the servants should report something that was not as it happened. Very well, she said with dignity. You understand, we only want to bring him to his senses so that we can turn him over as a prisoner. Hannah tried her laugh, just to conceive them the thought that they are not going to help this person in any way. What was their mind that after some time, when he will regain consciousness, they would hand him over to the authority. I'll have nothing to do with it, Yumi said. I'm a poor person and it is not my business. Hannah told sharply. Yumi. Then please, Hannah said gently, return to your own work. Hannah didn't want to disturb her.